Welcome, everyone, to Logan, Utah and the Beehive State. We're here at Maverick Stadium, home to the Utah State Aggies, and eager for this clash. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the USC Trojans, facing off with another team from the Pac-12, the Utah State Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Trojans will get us started with the opening kickoff. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So the Utah State Aggies offense takes the field. And not only is this guy the energy and the engine of the offense, there's a certain charisma that he has that sort of elevates everyone around him.
He's got a moxie about him, Reese. Just seems like when he's in the huddle, he's got 10 other sets of eyeballs looking at him and believing in him to lead this offense down the field.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, first play under the lights. You had all day to think about how you wanted to start the game, and this defense, exactly how they wanted to do it. Get to the quarterback and get him on the ground.
Didn't help themselves much on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 20. From the gun, the running back has it. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Utah State up-tempo. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Trojans offense will get the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Utah State. What a great play by the defense, and paying it off with the interception return. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback checking the play. On third down, he drops to throw. Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Utah State. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to pass, it's Moss. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40. The offense lining up for a first down play. The give to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Utah State up-tempo. Wants to fire on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Lane. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
He wants to throw here on second down. Got it in the middle. It's and the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these, a big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heismans.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Looking to throw, it's Moss. Coming after him. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. A third down try for the offense. To the ground to try to move the chains. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. You know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack here early in the game.
On second down, just keeps firing. Throws to the wideout. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Utah State up-tempo.
Second down.
On second down, they'll take to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the country.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Trying to pick up 7 here on second down from the 20. Looking downfield, it's Moss. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A third and long coming up here. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty.
False start, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He will signal for the fair catch after a disastrous punt. This is great news coming up for the offense. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds a man on the left. The quarter comes to a close. Utah State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Aggies.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game, but I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
On the run, it's O'Neal. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. And the Trojans in the hurry up. To the ground with the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They'll try it over the left side. Turns it on in midfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Trojans are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Briggs. Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy.
He tries to take the top off. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy.
He's going to let it go. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, USC.
Man, how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Open space at the 25. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Here they're trying to get it to the edge. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Man, that is a big hit. And that's a hit that I'm going, listen, if I'm the OC, I'm the head coach, I don't want to take many of those. I want to run the RPOs and I want to run my quarterback. But, Palmer, I got to understand the difference between the critical situations when I want him to take hits and the other times when I want him to take a slide.
Yeah, you got to live to play another day if you're this quarterback right now. You know this defense, their eyes are lighting up every time they see you take off and run. They know they're going to get those opportunities to try to put you down. You've got to slide. You've got to try to get out of bounds. You've got to really try to save yourself because this team needs you if they're going to win the game.
He gets a block. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it falls in, complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
They'll throw it on first down. Quick strike complete. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Works the middle of the field. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Headed to the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Utah State!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drop.
And the quarterback is knocked down back in the 13.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Timeout, USC.
Facing a third down and short from the 26. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The inside handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Trojans will hustle to the line. Dropping back, it's Moss. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Quarterback checking off. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. Third and long, they dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And holding Holding on to a first-half lead, this offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to the locker room. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Logan so far. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team at Maverick Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. We're ready to get it started here in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
They'll put the tight end in motion. The give to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Trojans racing to the line in a hurry-up. Quarterback will audible. Back to throw, it's Moss. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Movement here from the tight end. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Trojans look to keep this drive humming.
And first down for the offense.
They're getting this guy lathered up. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They've softened them up with the run. Now to throw it. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Trojans.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for you.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety.
The return is brought down at the 36. And the USC offense will take
And guys,
over.
USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They're going to ride this running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Trojans want to move quickly. They'll give it to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They move the tight end all over. Going with the ground game left. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with the lone back. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdowns.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
Finds a crease at the 20. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down. The Trojans have taken it inside the 20. They'll give it to him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Touchdown, Trojans! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
USC, number 6, with the catch and score.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some 1st downs together. Get some good mojo going.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Getting some heat. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. The quarter comes to a close. Utah State has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. A 3rd down play to get the quarter started. Scanning the field, it's Moss. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Lets it fly. He caught it. Touchdown, USC! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. And with that latest touchdown, he's looking to etch his name alongside the Trojan Immortals at quarterback.
Yeah, and there's so many stars that have played quarterback at USC that when they get the ball and they do their damage, guess what? They win big-time trophies. And this guy, you have days like this, week in and week out, you will be recognized as the best player in college football.
He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Davis. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He'll do it himself. At the 20, he's got space. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. Utah State up-tempo. He's not a burner or anything, but he's got enough about him that he can run and hurt you at times.
Yeah, he's sneaky fast, isn't he? It seems like he's not moving too well, but he's definitely going faster than what he looks. And this defense, they're finding that out right now.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to it. On the move at the 30. Touchdown, Utah State. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown and, more importantly, take the lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Michigan State is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 28 to Notre Dame. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left, receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on and running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking that toss.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Handoff to the single running back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Moss. It's complete on the right side. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Trojans are marching down the field.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but this hold really strong, put up some good numbers.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility, and you've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
They not only have to deal with this defense, but the noise from this crowd on 3rd and 4. The run to the left. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
They'll go to the toss. Makes his man miss.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss.
Fast motion from the offense. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. The give to the tailback. Tackle is made after the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking for room. It's O'Neal. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating the ball down the field. To the air. It's Moss. A little release to the back. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the first down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better have some guys ready on the back end, ready to swat some balls away and make some plays.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got it! Touchdown, Southern Cal! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
USC, number 1, with the catch and score.
They'll line up to go for 2. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Pushes for the goal line. He gets it into the end zone for the 2, and they extend the lead to 4. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. He'll bring it out. It's Davis. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show.
Nothing but green ahead. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Aggies! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
USC, 46.
And here's the return. Bulldozes him. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Now in the waning seconds, Jesse, you've put yourself in position to pull this one out.
And there's a chance this may come down to the kicker, guys. So which hash mark does he like to kick from the best? You got to play call this to give your guy the best chance to make his kick.
And how much confidence do I have in it? You know, what's his range? All those things come into account of how aggressive you want to be, maybe going towards the end zone versus a field goal.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking downfield, it's Moss. He's open on the right. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the curl route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot and zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. On second down, he's looking downfield. Hugs it downfield. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. To the air on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Pulls it in inside the 10. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, USC.
So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And this one can draw us even in the final moments. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Back to throw, it's Moss. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and welcome to college football nowadays, right? This is how it works, a ton of points. Defenses learn as you go, but you got to get better. You got to force some turnovers, create those negative plays. Just can't give up so many points.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.